We'll be on here for the next hour to talk to you guys, answer any questions. And before we start, I'm also going to give away an SPC beanie pack. So by the end of this hour, I'll give out an SPC beanie and a sticker pack combo. Just got in 100 new beanies. So last year sold out of last year's batch, and so we got another 100 ready to go. So if you guys want to win an SPC beanie and sticker pack, stay tuned. Sometime throughout this live chat, we'll do the giveaway. But yeah, stoked to be on here and talk to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great time out there snowboarding. Here in the Tahoe area, it's been super fun, getting like lots of snow, lots of sunny days. I think North Star is opening their like main terrain park, or opened it today. So lots of lots of snow and just good conditions overall. So I hope you guys have been having an awesome time out there as well. Also want to talk to you guys about the road to 600K. So the channel is approaching 600,000 subscribers. So big thank you to all you guys, all the new subscribers out there, everyone who's an OG who's been supporting the channel for years and years. Because of you guys, that's what keeps this channel going. And yeah, pretty cool milestone. 600K is within reach. It's I think we're 10,000 away, or just under 10,000. So I think in the next month or so we should be hitting that milestone. So really excited about that. And just wanted to talk to you guys, answer any questions. We've had a bunch of videos come out this past week. Today I did a video comparing like park versus powder snowboards in the deep snow. Like I used to ride my park board in powder for like my first 10 years of snowboarding. And it wasn't until once I started getting into this channel more and then started to experiment with more different kinds of snowboards, that I got to really experience how amazing like pure powder snowboards are. So that was a fun video to make. And had a really fun vlog come out this past week from North Star as well, riding some of the trees there. And I've been just trying to get as much like good content out there for you guys as possible. So hopefully you guys have had the chance to check out some of those videos. A video series that's coming out weekly from here on for the next 9 or 10 weeks potentially is a question series that I made in New Zealand, talking to some of the locals out there, David Jones, Tim, our good friend Tim from Singapore, and a bunch of people about questions in snowboarding. So that series started a couple days ago with the skiing versus snowboarding and which one is harder to learn, but going to continue that series with like different topics and questions. So excited about that. And a video we're working on right now that's going to drop tomorrow with the help from Yannick is going to be advice for buying snowboard boots. So kind of like a guide, a snowboard boot buying guide. So that one is coming out tomorrow, and shot that one yesterday at North Star. That was super fun. So lots of videos coming. I hope you guys get to check out some of them. And if anyone's coming in late, I'm gonna do a beanie sticker pack giveaway this month, or this hour as well. So if you guys need a beanie, I'll put a link to them in the top of the description. It's an awesome way to support the channel. And it's, if you need a beanie, you might as well pick one up from here from Snowboard Pro Camp. And yeah, stoked on these ones. Went with the red style again with the black logo. And yeah, the company that makes these beanies for me, I've been using them now for, I think at least 5 years. So for me, I really like this style of beanie. It's just it's like a mid-weight, not too thick, not too thin. I have a really large head, and this one fits pretty decently. I think it's more made for just a medium-sized head. But yeah, really good quality, and stoked on this red color. Bad Riders saying, get on the link and grab a beanie. They are fire. Awesome. Thanks, Adam. If anyone wants to pick up a beanie, in the description right at the top. Tons of people in the chat, a few shout outs. We already got 48 people on here watching, 14 likes. Amazing. Thank you guys for hopping on. We got Dean, we got Alvara. Says, yo, any chance you get some more baseball hats? Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah, can look into that for sure. Maybe for the spring, summer, get some baseball hats going. That would be super fun. I think that in our shop, we just got some on our, I think it's on our spring store. We just got some baseball hats going. So maybe check that out. Maya asking if I've ever been snowboarding in Vermont. Never been, but heard really good things. Andrew, hey man, what bindings you like these days? So this year, I'm just going with the Union Stratas. For me, they're just like a good versatile binding, super comfortable base of the binding. It's like nice and squishy and soft, comfortable straps, and at that good price point too. It's not like too expensive or too cheap, kind of like right in the middle. Yeah, we got Adam watching from Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, everyone, let me know where you guys are watching from. It's always like so cool to see where everyone's watching from all these different points in the world. We got Jed Volkman Films. What's up, Jed? Yeah, shout out to Yannick in the live stream. Yannick has been helping make the videos, helping to film, and yeah, kind of like the partner in crime this winter. So it's been super fun. Dean wants to know, do you post beanies to Australia? Yeah, we do. We post the beanies all over the world. And it's, yeah, it's like, it's so cool, like traveling someplace and seeing somebody with like a beanie or stickers on their board. And if like over in Europe or like just in some destination, I think just recently here at North Star saw a guy who had like Board Archive and Snowboard Pro Camp stickers on his like phone and helmet and snowboard. So that was like really cool to see. Jordan, what's up, man? Thanks. Yeah, everything's all good. Appreciate you too, Jordan. Thanks, man. Berto says, is the snow at NS still good? North Star. Yeah, it's still super good. I mean, there's still pockets of fresh powder, definitely through the trees. But just like the groomers are awesome too. They just had so much snow in a few days that the conditions are super nice. Clark Fitness has favorite resort in Colorado. I'm going to Keystone tomorrow. Awesome, man. Yeah, I think Keystone is my favorite resort just because for me, it's got the terrain park I like the most. I know that there's like so many mountains to explore in Colorado, and so I definitely need to do more. But from what I've seen, Keystone's my favorite. But also Breckenridge is awesome. I had some of my best days like alpine riding in Breckenridge, and through some like super fun trees. And also Copper is like super fun too. I know people say like Copper is their favorite park, and I just haven't spent enough time there yet. The days I went to Copper were super fun, but yeah, I know that a lot of people rave about Copper's terrain park as well. Berto is debating Kirkwood or NS for Monday. Man, I don't know. Monday, I would probably go to North Star because I don't know. Kirkwood is such like a steep and gnarly mountain that without some fresh snow, it might be a bit challenging. Where North Star is just a bit more mellow. I think I'm gonna hit up North Star. If we go Monday, it'll probably be North Star. But I think we're going there tomorrow. We got Aaron watching from Minneapolis, Minnesota. What's up, Andrew? We got Joseph watching from Gresham, Oregon. Awesome. Shout out to Gresham. Love that place. True says, I just got a Nidecker board and haven't ridden it yet. What are your thoughts on Nidecker boards in general? Yeah, love the Nidecker boards. So if you guys, I did put out 2 videos earlier this winter, or this like fall, talking about my top 10 park boards and top 10 POW boards. And Nidecker landed really close to the top of both of those lists with like, so for the Nidecker Sensor Plus, super awesome in the park. And then the Nidecker Beta APX is amazing in powder. So yeah, hope you like it. Which one did you get? Oh, Adam saying Kevin's sticker game is on point too. His button sticker is so sick. Yeah, so with the sticker pack, you get 1 sticker and it's like a button. It's like kind of like a 3D sticker. We got Cindy watching from Toronto. We got Working Class Active saying, what's up, Kevin? Hope all is well. Yeah, hope everything's going for you too, man, down in Southern California. We'll have to get down to Bear Mountain sometime this winter. Kyle says, I got the exact K2 board. Awesome, man. Which one did you get? After Black or Excavator? Joseph asking, do you like Mount Hood? Yeah, Mount Hood is awesome. Super special place. I mean, in the snowboard world, Mount Hood is just legendary, especially for like spring and summer riding. I mean, one of my favorite months of all time was this past July riding at Mount Hood, in the terrain parks and everything like that. It's just such an incredible place. I haven't ridden Mount Hood Meadows yet, so I gotta check out Meadows sometime during the winter. Harrison from Ontario. Kyle's watching from Milwaukee. We now have over 50 people watching with 24 likes. Awesome, guys. We got Jed from Virginia. Arnie says, this question is more on your fitness. What exercises do you do to keep in shape for snowboarding outside of what actual act of snow spring? So to be honest, like most of the year I'm snowboarding, and so that really keeps me going. Just like being on the mountain on my board keeps me like healthy for snowboarding. One thing I do that's kind of outside of snowboarding is I probably do a lot of like hikes and things like that. Like hiking is like great for your legs and cardio and everything like that. And so that's, oh, Jake, my dog Jake wants to come and say hello. Hi, Jakey boy. What are you up to? Oh, you want to say hi to everybody? Oh, here he is. Oh, hey, Jakey. Say hello. You're like, what's going on up here? What's going on up here? Good boy. Okay. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I mean, fitness-wise, excuse me. I'd say the one thing, definitely like hiking. There's I do like get into, if I have like a stretch of not snowboarding, like say if it's a month or so, then I'll try to find some kind of like program that I can do daily. So like some kind of 20-30 minute exercise routine that just involves like a bunch of different things. So this past, when was it? So last like fall, last spring, I had like a gap of like a month or so. And so I just had this routine of like jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, and like 5 or 6 other things that I was just doing on a circuit for about 30 minutes. And that really helped. And then also on top of that, just like trying to eat as healthy as possible too. So I'm not like the healthiest eater, but I'm like I try to like just eat lots of like fruits and vegetables, drink lots of water, stuff like that. We got NGen on the chat. What's up, NGen? One of the OGs from the live chat. Yeah, HBSSTC asking when's the next Big Bear trip. No trip planned, but yeah, we'll love to get down there this year. Zion says, I just got a new Capita DOA. Do I need to wax it before I hit the mountain? I would say just like take a look at the base. If the base is like looking dry, then give it a wax. But if it's looking okay, then it's that factory wax is still on there and you should be good. So yeah, just depends on how the base looks. Will's watching from Nebraska, where there are no mountains. Oh, no way. I've been to Nebraska once. I went to Lincoln. It's a really cool place, but hopefully you got some resorts not too far away. I think, how far is Colorado from Nebraska? Maybe like a 7 or 8 hour drive. We got Laszlo watching from Romania. Love your channel, dude. Keep posting. Awesome, Laszlo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And True Highway 98 says, I got the Nidecker sensor. Love the videos and keep up the good work. Awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah, the sensor really close to the Sensor Plus park board. Super fun. Benjamin wants to know plans to go to Japan this season. So I don't think we're going to Japan this season just because we have so many mountains around this area, like Nevada, Northern California to explore. But yeah, Japan is always going to be on the list somewhere. So we'll be back there at some point. One of the best places in the world for powder riding for sure. Berto says, I started riding in 2011 and struggled for about 2 seasons. learning on my own until I stumbled upon one of your vids around 2013. Wow. Everything just clicked. Forever grateful for helping me progress. Man, Berto, that is amazing to hear. That's super cool that you've been on it since 2013 as well. That's like kind of like when the channel was really getting like just starting to get going as well. So yeah, thank you so much, man, for checking out those videos back then, and I'm so stoked that they helped you. And yeah, that's like that's the mission of the channel, is just to put out those videos to, if anyone's trying to like find that video to help them to make their first turn or do their first ollie or anything like that, that's the goal. So Berto, that's so amazing to hear. What is your home mountain? Like, where do you snowboard the most? Arnie wants to know, when you shoot your footage when you're snowboarding, what camera equipment are you using? I'm guessing a GoPro, but I don't want to assume. Your videos and posts are awesome. Thanks, Arnie. So most of the time, yeah, I'm shooting with GoPro. So this year I got the GoPro 11. I've been having some trouble with the 11 with like putting the GoPro 11 into the like mod housing. It seems to like there seems to be a lot of troubles with it in terms of like freezing or like the GoPro batteries dying. So the GoPro is not the most reliable, but in terms of like filming on the mountain, the GoPro is probably like the best option for stability, for quality, for just the whole way that GoPro puts it together. Even like the mic on the GoPro is really good. So I mostly film with the GoPro. Last year I did have the Insta360 1X2. So when I was just riding by myself, like I would film a lot with that. And so that was my 360 camera last year. And then and then some shots too we do with our phones as well. So anything that you see that's like from far away that's zoomed in is going to be filmed with a Sony phone camera. So that's what we use for that too. I did buy a really fancy DSLR last year, the Sony, I forget, some fancy Sony camera, but to be honest, like bringing like a heavy DSLR up on the mountain is just like, it's too much work. It's like too heavy. It's too hard to like snowboard with. And if you get it wet, you could ruin like a $10,000 camera. So yeah, that's been a bit tricky. Stuzino says, "Yo Kev, do you have any more of the pop button Snowboard Pro Camp stickers?" Yeah, we do have some left. So yeah, check out the link top of the description to beanies and stickers. And yeah, at some point in this chat, we'll give away a beanie sticker pack. Just got 100 beanies fresh and ready to go. So if you guys need a beanie this year, check out the link in the description. 1 second, I just gotta grab my dog. He's into something. Jake, hey, come here. No. Get going. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Dog's getting into some mischief. David says, "You really inspire me. I watch your videos daily as I am 52. I want to learn snowboarding." Awesome, David. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope the videos help. And yeah, I mean, age-wise, there's no age limit to snowboarding. So hopefully I'll still be snowboarding into my 50s and 60s as well. Turkey says, "I saw you ride in the park at Timberline of 4th of July week. It was my first time up there and definitely going back, watching from Oceanside, San Diego." Awesome, man. Turkey Loco. That's a cool YouTube channel name. Yeah, we'll definitely be back at Timberline this 4th of July as well. Henry, why do I see so many people on K2 boards this year? Did they change something? Have you ever owned a K2 board before this season? To be honest, like I just randomly was just looking at boards, and like I could have just chosen. I was kind of looking for a board company this year that I just haven't ridden before. So I've ridden like Burton, Jones, Nidecker, Yes, Solomon, like GNU, Libtech. So I've ridden all these different brands in the past, and just trying to, just trying out some different brands. So K2 seemed like hey, why not K2? So so far, been really loving these boards. The Excavator just like floats super well in powder, really wide nose for like floating on top. And then the K2 After Black has been a super fun park board, really snappy, easy to ollie to get some like height, and super good in the park. It's like a little bit of a stiffer park snowboard, which is good for me because if I land sideways, if I'm trying to do a board slide on something, I want my board to like stay like level and don't want it to like be bending too much. So I can't say, these boards have been great. And I'm just trying out different brands. Bad Rider says Kevin still needs to ride a War Pig. I haven't ridden any ride snowboards before. So I mean, there's so many companies out there. So eventually we'll try to ride every board. Nathan says, how do you feel about Burton step-on bindings? I'm trying to get my hands on some step-ons this season because I got some video ideas with like comparing step-ons and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get my hands on some. But I do have a few videos on step-on bindings on the channel, so check those out. Hey, Jake. Hey, buddy. Okay. Aaron says, I've been riding a Never Summer board, picked up an Academy board for the daily riding and teaching. They are built in the Never Summer factory. Yeah, in Denver. Hey, no, come here. All right. Hey, Jake. Hey, buddy. You want to say hello again? Come on. Come say hello. Oh, good boy. Oh, this is Jake. He's a year and a half, miniature dachshund. He likes getting into trouble. Hey, Jakey. He's about 12 pounds. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Okay, get going. Why are you looking at me for? What time is it? 5:30. Okay. All right, 60 people watching, 36 likes. Awesome. Thanks so much for the support, guys. Big Rudd says, hey, Kevin, I love the videos so much and they help me out a lot. My home mountain is Hunter Mountain in New York. Can't wait to see all the new videos and you put out this season. Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much, Big Rudd. Tons of videos to come. One at the end of this month, which I'm really looking forward to putting out too, is like the top 10 moments of 2022. So we'll have a compilation of all the best times from this past season. A few that stand out is doing like the heli trip in Alaska. That was insane. Riding at Mount Baker for the first time. And also, also riding at Mount Hood for the summer solstice party. So that was a few highlights from this past season. All right. Big Red says, I just picked up some Flow NX2 bindings. Any thoughts on them? To be honest, I've never ridden Flow bindings, so no opinion, but man, I hope they work out. Let us know how they go. Matt says, Jix picked up Never Summer Proto FR triple camber today and can't wait to shred all the Utah POW. Have you ridden one? What are your thoughts if you have? Oh man, I've never ridden a triple camber snowboard, but that sounds like amazing. I actually had my hands on one last spring and I was gonna buy it, but decided not to at the last minute. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that triple camber seems pretty cool. So let us know how it goes. True Highway 98. Would you consider riding a rocker board in the future? I mean, I think I would ride a rocker board, but I don't know if I would like buy a rocker snowboard and like use it continually. Just because I feel like rocker is just a bit too. There's just not a lot of energy that you get from a rocker board for like ollies or stability too. Like when you're riding at high speed. So I feel like rocker snowboards are limited in some ways. So I don't think I'll be riding I'll like consistently be riding a pure rocker snowboard, but I'm okay with like boards that have like the combination. I think the combination is probably best. So like the excavator, it's got some like rocker towards the nose, just making it like so much easier to like keep that nose up out of the powder. The K2 doesn't have any rocker. It's got like a little bit of like, I guess, rocker towards the tips, but like not really too much. And but yeah, pure rocker boards aren't really my thing. Jakey, what are you up to? Hi. You want to sit up here? Okay, come on. Good boy. Okay, you stay up here with me. Beckham says, have you ridden the 2022 Burton Custom Camber? I haven't ridden the 2022 version of it yet, but I have ridden a few customs in the past. Not like a huge fan of the Flying V version, but I think the camber version is probably better, more consistent. So, but I need to try that board out again. Carlos says, what do you think about Endeavor snowboards? I know they're a Canadian company, so that's pretty cool being from Canada. So shout out to Endeavor, but yeah, I've never ridden an Endeavor snowboard before. Justin says, when are you doing the beanie giveaway? Soon. Let's do the beanie giveaway in like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna do a beanie giveaway and a sticker pack combo. And yeah, just got 100 fresh beanies made. So if you guys need a beanie for the winter, link in the description right at the top, and it's an awesome way to support the channel as well. Bad Riders, has everyone hit the like button? Yeah, guys, hit the like button if you can. We got 72 people watching, 45 likes. Let's see if we can get the like to people ratio 50-50. Also, an awesome way to support the channel too is if you're watching any videos and you give the video a like, share it, hit the notification bell. Like if you hit the notification bell, that's an awesome way to get notified every time I put up a video. All awesome ways to support the channel. Plus, if you buy anything through the links, especially if you buy anything through backcountry.com, that's an awesome way to support the channel as well, because I get a small commission on any purchases through the links. So all good ways to support the channel. Carpe Diem, gonna be at Mount Hood this next summer. I think so. I love being at Mount Hood in the summer so much. This past summer was my favorite for sure. Got to spend like not the whole summer there, but until the end of July. And it was so good for like, it's such a cool place. You have all these different parks up on the mountain. The snow stays like usually the snow stays like super good pretty late into the summer. And yeah, the park crew there does an incredible job. And it's just like such a cool place to hang out, to make friends, to progress with your riding. So yeah, hopefully we'll be back there for most of July and probably at least half of June too, because the summer solstice party in June is one of my favorite days of the year. All right, okay, let's get caught up here. Chase, of course, the year I picked up snowboarding, it's been 50s and 60s into mid-December. I'm finally getting out this weekend though. Awesome. Yeah, it's been, I'm not sure where you're talking about, but it has been really cold here. I was expecting like Northern California, Nevada, not to be so cold, but it's been like pretty frigid. But the temperatures are starting to warm up the next couple weeks. It's going to be like some spring riding over Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. But hopefully lots of like cold, snowy powder days on the way as well. Fud Hater says, I know you've tried Burton step-ons. Just curious what it is that you dislike about them. It's not like that I dislike them, but I think that there's just like some trade-offs with step-ons. It's definitely like if your priority in snowboarding is the convenience of like the step-on system, then they're like the best binding. But in terms of, I think you do lose some performance not having like the straps. And, there's just a few like quirks about the step-ons that are not, that, I don't know, they're just not that the most ideal. But in terms of like for convenience, they're like number one. So if you want the convenience factor, that's, it's the way to go. Go. Nathan wants to know, have you ever ridden Gilson boards? No, never ridden. Carlos, have you used Solomon bindings? I've never ridden Solomon bindings. Carpe Diem, yeah, we'll see you out there. Yeah, have fun at Tommy Bennett's camp. Tommy is the man, and we'll see him out there as well. Adam Kroger, what do you think about 3D boards? Yeah, I love 3D boards for park and powder. There's like a line of Burton 3D boards I got to ride a few seasons ago. The double, I think they were called like double D, double dog. I forget what they're called now, but they had the like 3D channels in the base of the board, kind of like wakeboard technology, where like the snow will get like funneled into the channels, helping the snowboard to kind of like to loft the snowboard on top of the snow and then shoot out through the tail. So some really cool 3D tech like that, but also just the 3D tech in terms of like having the like spoon shaped noses, like nose and tails, like on Jones snowboards and Nideckers. Just super awesome for powder riding. You get that like really just seamlessly like feeling between your heels and toes, rocking between those turns on 3D powder boards. So super fun. And then even like battalion boards for riding park, having those uplifted contact points makes the board like so catch free and forgiving for riding park as well. So yeah, I think 3D boards are probably the future at some point. I'm sure most boards will have some 3D tech in them. So yeah, that's awesome. Vince says, where are we riding Monday, North Star or Kirkwood? If I ride Monday, it'll probably be North Star. I'm going to save Kirkwood for like a POW day. And Jacob says, love my step-ons. So yeah, there's a bit of personal preference out there as well. So for some people, they're awesome. I think I would like to have a pair because I think they would be fun to ride sometimes. But yeah, there's trade-offs with everything, with like every piece of gear. So I made a video like a week or so ago talking about everything that's wrong with my snowboard gear. And yeah, most gear has flaws in one way or another. And it's good to kind of like be aware of those things. Like nothing's perfect. And, I'm sure companies will keep kind of innovating and adding new things and taking things out and improving and even sometimes like making their products worse. So yeah, it's good to just to be aware of all those pros and cons. Alvara says, would you participate in the Gun Barrel 25 at Heavenly? Maybe, but I don't know what that is. What is the Gun Barrel 25? Oh, Vince C says, yeah, film doing the Gun Barrel 25. Okay, what is that? What is the Gun Barrel 25? So I'm actually moving to South Lake for January, so we'll be right at Heavenly for the month of January. So what is that? Is it in January? We got Madeline says, I salute you from Romania. Awesome. Thanks so much, Madeline. So cool about to snowboard in Romania one day. Chase, I'm in Michigan. It's been so warm this winter. It's finally starting to cool down now, thankfully. Oh, wow. Yeah, hopefully it cools off for you guys and the resorts start getting some cold temperatures and snow. Jacob says, what's your home mountain? So this year is kind of tricky because I've moved to like the Lake Tahoe kind of area, been living in Reno the last few months. So haven't really had a home mountain because I've been trying to ride all these different mountains around Lake Tahoe. So I would just say that my home mountain is like kind of like the Lake Tahoe area at the moment. The place I've ridden the most is like Whistler Blackcomb in BC, Canada. So I spent like maybe like 15 years snowboarding or more, like 18 years snowboarding there. So that's I guess like my home mountain, but I'm not living there at the moment. Dakota says, what union binding do you recommend? So yeah, this year I've been riding the Stratas. I feel like it's a good compromise in terms of price and stiffness and everything. So, but yeah, the Stratas are the ones I'm going for this year. David, I absolutely love this live chat as you have so much knowledge for a beginner like myself. Do you have you ever snowboarded in Vermont? Never been snowboarding in Vermont, but I feel like I gotta get out there sometime. Joe says, heading to Hokkaido, biggest trip for riding POW for the first time. Yes, it will be your biggest POW trip ever, man. So I hope you get to snow. Have fun. If you don't have a POW board, make sure you bring a powder snowboard or buy one when you get there because you're definitely gonna need it. But yeah, just also track the weather. Check out snowforecast.com. That's where I go to like see the weather forecast. And yeah, man, I hope you get some good powder. Vince, how do you think of all your video topics on a weekly/daily basis? Explain how you go about thinking of ideas to shooting, editing, and picking music, please. So to be honest, like most of the videos are kind of planned like either like on the day or like if I have a video idea, I'll write it down or I'll put it on my phone. And then when the conditions are right, then I'll film that video. So for example, like yesterday we were at North Star. We thought the terrain park, the big terrain park was going to be open, but it was still under construction. So there's only one small park open. And so they had this really good like 5 small jump line. And I thought it would just be a good idea to do like a how to pop and get more height on jump video, just because the terrain park was like really prime for doing that type of video. So a lot of times an idea will come from the conditions that I'm riding. A few weeks ago, we were at Kirkwood and there was just like moguls everywhere. And so the obvious thing was to just make a video about moguls. So it's kind of like whatever's in front of me conditions wise is what I'll use then for a video idea. And then even that beginner video we shot was just kind of like all spur of the moment. We met like a couple guys who were like learning to snowboard and we just went with it. Like, hey, let's make a video about, 2 people learning to ride. So it's always, a lot of it is like on the spot. But then other times too, like I'll get an inspiration for a video idea and write it down. And then as I'm going to the mountain, I'm thinking like, oh, I can make this video today because the conditions are right for it. So like another video idea, a video I want to make is, I don't know if you guys have seen, I do it all the time in powder where I kind of like do a big powder like bash and spray the snow up. And I'm thinking like that'll be like a really fun video to make like for the next powder day. So tutorial wise, that's kind of like the thought process. It also like really depends on the time of year too. So some video ideas will come depending on what's happening in snowboarding. So the last few months, because it's been everyone, you're kind of getting ready for snowboarding, getting all the gear together. So then the video ideas are more around, preparing for snowboard season and for buying snowboard gear. So a lot of like the gear videos come out more in the fall, just because that's like what's on my mind as well, and probably for most snowboarders getting ready for the season. So there's that as well. And then what else did you say? So for choosing music, for a tutorial, it's kind of a bit more like not that exciting, just kind of finding a beat that goes with the tutorial. But for a vlog, if I'm making a vlog, I'm just trying to get a sense of like the overall feeling of the vlog, and then trying to choose music that matches that feeling. So if it's like a really sunny, like bright day, then maybe choosing some more like uplifting music. But if it's kind of like a more dark and atmospheric day, then maybe choosing music that's a bit darker too, and has more of like a build to it or some excitement. So it's kind of like you see how the video is feeling, and then choose the type of song. And then in terms of like editing as well, it's like for me, my editing process has gotten a lot shorter, where if I'm filming a video, I try to like not watch any of the clips and just go straight into editing and deleting as much as possible. Because usually we film for like, say, 2 hours worth of footage, and that 2 hours gets condensed into like a 10 or 15 minute video. So that's always like a quicker process, just like not watching the content and just going into it and just deleting stuff, and then the video comes out a bit faster that way. So that's like a few things, but it all comes just with practice, with doing it more and more. And I'm still learning too, like learning how to come up with ideas, how to film better, how to edit better. And just the process of doing it, you'll learn more and more. David says, honestly, does snowboarding with trees scare you? Are you you are super amazing, a normal mountain, but trees. Snowboarding through trees doesn't usually scare me. I feel like trees once you get comfortable in there, they're not that scary. What scares me more is more like big mountain riding, like big alpine rocks, cliffs, that kind of stuff scares me. Trees don't usually scare me too much. We got Alejandro watching from Argentina. What's up, James? Ramney says, do you ride your summer board anymore? I don't ride my summer board anymore, just because I feel like it's just hard to find a good place to ride it. I haven't lived in a place like Vancouver was awful for the summer board, just because the streets were so or at least my neighborhood, the streets were so there's so many cracks and hills, and not ideal for an electric skateboard. So for me, the reason I don't ride my electric skateboard is just because I'm never in a good place. Right now I'm living in Reno. There's lots of cars, traffic, and I don't want to be out there. If I lived someplace like in the suburbs with like nice paved roads, then I'd probably ride the summer board more often. All right. Ann says, your favorite slope or line in Whistler? One of my favorite lines, I think it's called Little Whistler Bowl, is just like a run that comes back towards the peak chair. So when you get off the peak chair, you drop into Whistler Bowl, and then you traverse right over the ridge, and then there's an area called I think it's called Little Whistler Bowl, and that's like one of my favorite. It's like just an ordinary, it's an awesome alpine run, but it's pretty ordinary. But I love riding that run so much. Also, where else? I mean, one of my favorite chairlifts is Glacier Chair, because it gives you access to like the Blackcomb Glacier and also Spanky's Ladder. So those are a couple more of my favorite spots: Spanky's Ladder and Blackcomb Glacier. Justin says, by the way, bought the Stratas because of you. Awesome, Justin. Hope you like them. Hope they work out for you. Beckham says, when you travel, do do all these different mountains, do you stay in hotels and Airbnbs? So it's kind of like a mix, and it depends on where I'm going. So ideally, Airbnb is like the way to go. You usually get like a nicer place, more space. I try to Airbnbs like more often, but sometimes there's just no Airbnbs available, or like the price is too high. So I end up in a hotel too. But yeah, so it's a mix, but I prefer Airbnb. Drew says, have you been to Grand Targhee? I have, yeah, had an awesome POW day there. I think maybe 2 POW days there. Super fun place. Yeah, love Grand Targhee. Oh, Justin also got the Jones backpack. Nice, man. Hope you enjoy it. Definitely the favorite backpack I've had. I think I've been riding it for like 2 or 3 years now, and it's it's a great one. We got Carlos watching from Alberta. Finns just says, I got the Stratos cheap. Awesome, man. Justin says, been subscribed to you for 1.5 years now. It's crazy. Awesome, dude. Thanks for being subscribed that long. Aaron, how crowded has North Star been on the weekdays? Headed there Monday for the first time this year. Been hitting up Kirkwood, and it's blissfully empty on weekdays. I haven't really been waiting in any lift lines. The parking is a little bit crowded, but I feel like once you're at the mountain, everyone gets spaced out across all the different lifts. So in terms of like lift lines, it's not bad at all. Some of the runs do get a little bit busy though, so be careful if you get into a run where there's like lots of people. There are a few runs that get busy. Ramney is watching from Stevens Pass. Hope you'll make it back to Washington. Yeah, love Washington. Yeah, big shout out to Stevens Pass. So many awesome runs out there, awesome people. Love Stevens Pass. One of my favorite trips was heading there a few years ago. Met tons of cool people, had an incredible POW runs, and yeah, it was so fun. Dean says, would you ride a board that's been in storage for 10 years? Yeah, why not? I would try it. Yeah, definitely try it and see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it should work fine. But yeah, I would just give it a try. Justin says, have you ever skied in Quebec? Yeah, one time, one trip when I was like a kid. I was like 13 years old, and I went to Mount Tremblant with a friend of mine. And yeah, it was super awesome. So I need a question. So I'll ask you guys a question, and whoever gets it right will win the beanie. What's a good question? What's a question? So it'll be a question about a video from the past week. And, ooh, okay, I got it. I got the question. I'm gonna need Yannick's help on this one. So in the last vlog video from Palisades, what was, when we do a snow depth test, what was the depth of the snow at Palisades? Whoever answers that first will get a beanie and sticker pack. Hey Yannick. Okay. So it's the Palisades one. The Palisades, Rest Palisades. It's called, what was it called? Everyone's just throwing out random numbers. I love it. So I do too. The first one we did was at Mount Rose. So it's not the Mount Rose one. It's the Palisades. Yannick, when you have it, can you just show me what it is with your fingers? Okay, we got it. Okay, we have the number. All right. Oh, nobody's gotten it yet. Nobody's gotten it yet. Can you convert that number into inches just in case? Oh, Justin Nadon has it as 125 centimeters. Yes, Justin Nadon, congrats, man. So Justin, just send us an email, team@snowboardprocamp.com, and give us your full address, and we will send you a beanie and sticker pack. But if anybody wants a beanie, yeah, link in the description. Awesome way to support the channel. If you need a beanie for the winter, grab one before they're gone. Got a fresh 100 SPC beanies. So yeah, grab one. But yeah, oh, Jakey boy. Justin got it first. I believe Justin got it first, 125. 125 centimeters. Let me just go back and check that nobody else got 125 centimeters. Oh, James, sorry if I jumped over your question, man. What was your question, James? Let's go back. Oh yeah, no, I jumped over your question because it's just not a nice question. But yeah, congrats to who was it? Congrats to Justin. Justin, congrats, man. We will send out your beanie and stickers. Aaron says, have you tried the DPS Phantom Wax replacement stuff? Local shop was trying to sell me on it, but I'm skeptical. I've never tried. Yeah, that would be a really cool thing to try out, doing the getting that like permanent wax job done. That would be pretty cool. The family shred, you guys still in Tahoe? Yes, so we're still riding around the Tahoe area and gonna hit North Star, I think, tomorrow. And so in Reno, and hopefully I'm moving to South Lake for January. Justin says, what's the email? It's team@snowboardprocamp.com. Big Rudd says, what about inches? I don't think anybody got it in inches because I think 125 centimeters probably translates into like a decimal with inches. Yannick, do you know what it is in inches? 49.2. Sorry? 49.2. So if somebody said 49.2, they got there, but I don't think anybody did 49.2 inches. Okay, Jake, you want down? Here you go, boy. There you go. Good boy. Good boy, Jakey. All right, let's do a few more questions and then gonna head off of here. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on. 73 people watching, 68 likes. Congrats to Justin for winning the beanie. What's your favorite board you've ever ridden? Oh man, it's too tough of a question at this point in the chat. David says, please do these chats more often. Yeah, for sure, David. Yeah, trying to do them weekly, especially during the winter. Like, love talking to you guys through the winter. So we'll try to get these at least once a week. That's the goal. Big Red says, I saw you have some snowboard bindings. How do they perform? Yeah, really well. So both of these are Union Stratas. Just mid flex, good for like, kind of good for everything. Park and pow, comfortable straps, really comfortable like base, and yeah, I like them a lot. The one thing I wish they did have was like a toolless high back adjustment, but yeah, basically adjust them once and then you're good for the season. Oh, Justin's already sent out the email. I can't check at the moment, but yeah, we'll check, Justin. I'm sure we got your email. Yeah, just give us your full address and we will get it out to you. Michael says, Kevin, do you run the chains on your car on the highway? Typically not on the highway unless like the highway was like really covered in snow. So I can't remember what the speed limit is with chains, but I think like you can't drive like faster than like 40 miles an hour with chains on, or else the chains can like get damaged and fly off. So I don't know that for sure, but usually we'll just drive with chains in like sort of like back streets, places where there's like deep snow, if other people are sliding around. I did buy some like really good winter tires this season, so those have been awesome. So most of the time the winter tires are good enough, but the chains are like the backup. The chains are like if I'm feeling like I'm sliding or if I see other people sliding around, then we'll pull over and put on the chains. Yeah, Tony says usually 35 with chains on. The last time I drove like on a highway with chains was near Mount Hood in Oregon. And when you're going over kind of like the pass, there's like a pass on the highway that goes by like government camp. And yeah, the snow just became like you're driving through like a foot of freshly fallen snow. And so yeah, pulled over, put the chains on, and drove for like an hour with those chains on, going like, yeah, like 40 maybe. So it's not ideal though, because as you're driving, it's like really like jittery, like your whole car is like shaking and rumbling. So it's always a good idea to put chains on when you like really need them and not any other time. Justin says, I still can't believe this. Awesome, Justin. How did you know? How did you know it was 125? Did you just check, or did you know it? Yeah, but yeah, Justin, thank you, man. Thank you for checking out the videos and for being on the live chat. Thank all of you guys. I'll do another giveaway next week too. So if you missed it this week, I'll do another giveaway next week for whoever is looking for a beanie. And if you just need a beanie, check them out in the description. Sweet. We'll leave it off there, guys. Thanks so much for being on the live chat. We've got more likes than people watching, so that is always good to see. Yeah, if you guys have any questions that I missed, just leave them in the comment area of any video. So every day I'm on the comment list, just trying to go through and answer as many as possible. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions that I missed, definitely hit me up there. And if you guys want to see more videos, more live chats, a good way to get notified is just by hitting the notification bell, because then every time I go live or upload a video, you guys will get notified. And yeah, super fun just coming on here, talking to you guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome winter out there. And yeah, more to come. Thanks so much for all the support, everyone. I'll see you in the next live chat soon. Awesome. Later, guys.